इस वीडियो में मैंने क्लास 10th का जो चैप्टर आता है आपका लाइट का, रिफ्लेक्शन रिफ्रैक्शन चैप्टर आप पढ़ लेते हैं अपनी बुक में, डेफिनेशंस पढ़ लेते हैं, डेरिवेशंस पढ़ लेते हैं। लेकिन न्यूमेरिकल्स कुछ बच्चे लगा लेते हैं, कुछ बच्चों को समझ में नहीं आता, उन्हें याद नहीं रहता, जब लगाते हैं तो आ जाता है, फिर वो स्लिप कर जाता है। तो इस वीडियो के उससे मैं कोशिश करूंगी कंसेप्ट बेस लेने की, कि वो आप एक न्यूमेरिकल अगर सीख लेते हो तो वैसा कोई भी न्यूमेरिकल होगा आप कर लोगे। तो मैं स्टार्ट करने जा रही हूँ, स्टार्ट करते हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन मैंने दिया है, इफ रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर ऑफ मिरर इज 30 सेंटीमीटर फाइंड द फोकल लेंथ। अब इस तरह से क्वेश्चन है, अब इसमें दो दो वर्ड आ रहे हैं, रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर, दूसरा आ रहा है फोकल लेंथ। ठीक, अब पहले मैं इसको समझाने जा रही हूँ कि ये क्या होता है। हमारा जो भी स्फेरिकल मिरर होता है, ये माना जाता है कि ये गोल सर्किल का एक पार्ट होता है। अगर हम अपना कॉनकेव मिरर लेते हैं तो वो इस तरीके से आ जाता है। ये देखिए, ये आपका कॉनकेव मिरर रेडी हो गया। ये आपका कौन सा हो गया? कॉनकेव। क्लियर? और अगर हम सर्कल का ये वाला पार्ट ले लेते हैं, बल्जिंग एरिया, क्लियर, ये चीज इधर की साइड पॉलिश है, ये बल्जिंग एरिया, तो ये आपका कॉन्वेक्स मिरर हो गया। क्लियर? तो अब यानी ये एक सर्कल का पार्ट माना जाता है। तो यहां पर ये इसका सेंटर हो गया मान लीजिए। तो यहां से यहां तक का जो डिस्टेंस है वो आपका क्या हो गया? रेडियस। तो इसी को बोला जाता है रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर। ठीक है, और इसको हम आर से डिनोट करते हैं। लेकिन जब हम मिरर लेते हैं तो हम मिरर तो इस तरह से लेते हैं, आधा। दैट्स वाई रेडियस ऑफ कर्वेचर का जो हाफ होता है ये पोर्शन, ठीक है, इसको हम फोकल लेंथ कहते हैं। इसको क्या कहते हैं? फोकल लेंथ। और इसको हम एफ से डिनोट करते हैं। बात समझ में आ गई? दैट मीन्स फोकल लेंथ, दिस इज फॉर एग्जाम्पल द पोल. Now I am going to elaborate the figure. For example, we have a figure of concave mirror in this way, clear? And this is the principal axis and this is the pole, clear? Now this is our radius of curvature, that is the center of the circle, and in between them, half in between them is focal length, that is focus. The distance from pole to focus, just remember, you use the word distance. Distance from pole to focus is known as focal length, and distance from pole to center, distance from pole to center is called radius of curvature. Now as it is clear from the figure that radius of curvature is half of the twice of the focal length. Clear? Radius of curvature is twice of the focal length. For example, this is 3, then this is overall is what? 6. Clear? Now you may confuse, so I just give you a trick to remember which is bigger and which is smaller. In our alphabets we have A, B, C, D. F is earlier than the R, so it is a small value and it is the bigger value. That means R is the bigger value and F is the smaller value. Clear? So we have relation R is equals to 2F. You just remember this relation, you can easily got the answer. Now just come on the question. If one term is given, then you can find easily the other. Now it is given, if radius of curvature is 30, that means R is equal to 30 centimeter, we have to find the focal length. Clear? I have given you formula, R is equals to 2F. In place of R, put 30 and here we have 2F. That means focal length is equal to 30 by 2. That means focal length is equal to 15 centimeter. So you can easily observe that the value for focal length is less than the radius of curvature, because the value of radius of curvature is 30 and focal length is 15, and it is just half of that value. Similarly, for example, if question is like in this way, if the focal length of mirror is 10 centimeter, find radius of curvature. Clear? Now it is very easy to find out. Just do that. Now here it is given focal length 10 centimeter and we have to find the radius of curvature. We have the formula R is equal to 2F, that means 2 into 10, we have 20 centimeter. Clear? Now I am going to explain different types of problem, text concept. Now just I am going to take the topic of refractive index. Second type of numericals we have in the light is refractive index. We see another type of numericals in our chapter, refractive index. There's a question like this: light enters from air to the glass, has refractive index of 1.50. What is the speed of light in glass? What is all these concepts? I'm just going to explain you. You just take an example. Ray of sunlight comes from air and falls on a river, that is falls on the water. But when it goes into the water, it bends away from its path. Okay, so when ray of light passes from one medium to another, that is from air to water, from air to glass, it deviates from its path. It changes its path when it goes from one medium to another, and this process is known as refraction. Okay, so when a ray of light goes from one medium to another, it changes its path. That is the bending of light from its path when passes from one medium to another. For example, this medium is air and this medium is glass. Okay, and a ray of light, this is the incident ray and this is the normal. Okay, so when a ray of light is incident on the boundary of air and glass, actually it goes away like this in a straight line, but it goes into this direction. Clear? So it deviates from its path. It bends away from its path towards the normal. Okay, so the bending of light when it goes from one medium to another, this process is known as refraction. This process is named as refraction. Clear? In case of refraction, there are rarer medium, denser medium, and light bends away and bends towards normal. All these concepts are there also, and I will take some theory class for that, and you can see that in that video. Okay, in this video I am just only concentrate with the numericals. So when the bending of light shows that there is change in speed of light when it is in some first medium and when it is in the second medium. There is a change in speed of light. Why there is change in speed of light? Because in air molecules are far away from each other, and in glass molecules are closer to each other in comparison to air, because air is a gas and glass is the solid. So solid is more denser. So that means because of the density of two different mediums, there is a change in speed when light goes from one medium to another. So a word comes from there, the refractive index. So a refractive index is a word which is equal to the ratio of speed of light with the ratio of speed of that in the medium. So refractive index is symbolized like this. It is equal to the ratio of speed of light in vacuum, that means in air, over the speed of light in medium. Medium means because the light goes into the glass. So here our medium is glass. When light goes into the water, our medium becomes water. If light goes into the diamond, our medium becomes the diamond. So we just remember the speed of light in vacuum or in air must be in the numerator and speed of medium into the denominator. Okay? Clear? And you can learn, memorize it as the speed of light in air and in the medium. In ABCD, A comes earlier and M comes later. So A is in the numerator and M in the denominator. Now just come to the question. Light enters from air to glass. That means light is in the air and it enters into the glass. So there are two mediums, air and glass, and light goes from air to glass. That means the path of the light gets bends. Okay. So air to glass, then refractive index is 1.50. So here the value of refractive index is 1.50. That means value of mu is given 1.50. Clear? And we have to find the speed of light in the glass. That means we have to find the denominator value. Speed in the medium. Speed in the medium. And speed in the air, if it is not given in question, just learn that value, which is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So this is a constant value for the speed of light in air. Generally it is given in the question. If it is not given, just learn it. Okay. Now just solve the question. Now it's easy. So we have 1.5 is equal to speed of light in air 3 into 10 to the power 8 and speed of light in medium. Let it be Vm. Clear? Now cross multiply. So we have 3 into 10 to the power 8 over 1.5. Just point here, 15 to the 30 into 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So in this way the numericals of refractive index can be done. There's one more question regarding refractive index. For example, if refractive index of A is 1.33, B is 1.77, C is 1.50. Okay, in which medium speed is maximum, and find in which medium density is maximum. For example, the question is like this. Then how will you solve this? Just learn these things. I tell you earlier that if we watch carefully in air, the molecules are far apart. That means density is lower. In glass, density is higher. So just remember, refractive index is directly proportional to the density and inversely proportional to the speed. Just learn this, memorize it. This is refractive index. Okay. Now for the first case, where the speed is maximum. Now we see the relation, refractive index is inversely proportional to the speed. That means if the speed is higher, then refractive index is low, and vice versa. So here we have to find the speed maximum. That means refractive index must be minimum. So in this case, A has minimum refractive index. So speed of A is maximum. Clear? Now second case, density. Density is directly proportional to refractive index. So in B we have refractive index 1.77, which is maximum in comparing with 3. So density of B is maximum. Just memorize it. Okay. Now I am going to take another topic. Just note it down. Now before solving the lens formula, I want to explain some concepts. Then I am going to explain the questions regarding lens formula. First thing, what is the lens formula? Lens formula is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. Okay. Now remember one thing, for convex lens, focal length is positive, and for concave lens, focal length is negative. Just remember this thing. Clear? And u, that is the object distance, in both the cases it is negative. And image distance we have to find from the questions. Second thing, if the image is formed above the principal axis, then image is virtual, erect, and magnification is positive. When the image is formed below the axis, image is real, inverted, and magnification is negative. Just remember these things. Now I am going to solve the numericals regarding that, and our formula for the lens is 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. Don't do 1 upon u minus 1 upon v. 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. Okay. Now I am going to take the questions. For example, there is a question, if an object is placed at distance of 10 centimeter from convex lens and focal length is 15 centimeter. Find position of image. That means where the image is formed. We have to find where the image is formed. So whenever there is a question in front of us, just do first analysis of the question and then proceed. Now it is given in the question, if an object is placed at a distance of 10 centimeter. So what is 10 centimeter? 10 centimeter is the object distance. That is, it is u, 10 centimeter. Now from any of the mirror, whether it is lens, convex or concave, it is taken as negative. Now the focal length of convex lens is plus 15. Okay. As I told you earlier, for convex lens it is positive. For convex. Now we have to find the position of image. Now we have the formula 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. Substitute the values. We have 1 over minus 10 is equal to 1 over 15. Both get cancelled. So we have 1 over v is equal to 1 upon 15 minus 1 upon 10. Now you can easily solve it and find out the answer. Just solve it by yourself. So we have 1 upon v is equal to 15 into 10. So we have 10 minus 15. So we got minus 5 over 15 into 10. We got in the image the sign of negation, that is the minus. If we got the minus sign, it means the real and inverted image. So value of image distance is 15 into 10 over minus 5. So we have 2. That means minus 30 centimeter. Now we take the question. The same question for concave lens. Okay. I am taking the same question for the concave lens. Now if the lens, here in place of convex we use the concave lens. Now again the object distance is minus 10 centimeter. Focal length in case of concave lens is negative, minus 15 centimeter. Okay, and we have to find the image distance. So we have the formula 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. So we have 1 upon v minus 1 upon 10 is equal to 1 upon minus 15. So it get cancelled. So we have 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon minus 15. When we take over this, it is plus, so it becomes negative 1 upon minus 2. Clear? Now, we have to solve for the image distance. So we have v is equal to minus 10 minus 15 over 10 into 15. Now it has both has the same sign, so we add both of them. So we have the answer minus 25 over 10 into 15. Now just cut it down. 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. So we have minus 1 upon 6. So the image distance is minus 6 centimeter. As it is minus, so it is again the real image. So when we have plus sign, we have the virtual image. Now I am going to take the question which also have the values of magnification, which also have the values of the height of the object. For example, we have a question like this: if an object of height 5 centimeter, I just also add in this way. An object of height 5 centimeters is placed at a distance of this and this. Okay. Now, from the question, we have analysis. U is equal to minus 10, focal length is equal to minus 15, and image distance we found minus 6. Now, in the question, I have taken height of the object is 5 centimeters. Clear? Now we have to find the height of image, and moreover I can also say that find out the magnification. Find out the magnification observed in this case. Now I am going to explain you firstly what is magnification. Magnification is the change in the dimension when we observe any object at two different places. Formula for the magnification, it is represented by m, is the ratio of the height of image over height of object, and it is also equal to negative of image distance with the object distance. This is the formula for magnification. Now, with the help of this formula, as we see clearly, we have the value of object distance, image distance, and height of object. And from there we can easily find the height of image distance. So height of image distance is equal to height of object distance is equal to minus v over u. Now put all the values. Height of image distance over 5 is equal to minus. Value of v is minus 6 and value of u is minus 10. Both get cancelled. So we have height of image is equal to minus of 6 into 5 over 10. So we have 5 2s are 10, 2 3s are 6. So our height of image is 3. So we found that image is little bit smaller than the object height. Now if we have to find the magnification, we can find either by using the height of the formula, either by using the distance formula. So we just find a magnification. Height of image is 3 and height of object is 5. So we have magnification of 0.6. It has no unit because it is the ratio of same quantities. In the same case, we also find the same thing. We have images minus 6 and here we have minus 10. So we have the values minus of 0.6. As the magnification here is negative, so whenever magnification is negative, it means that image is formed below the principal axis and the image is real. So also note one thing, if magnification is negative, then image is real inverted. Clear? If the magnification is positive, then image is virtual and erect. That means it is formed above the principal axis. I think it's clear to you. I am taking one more last question from this concept. I am taking the question of the same type of question of magnification for the convex lens. Okay, in the previous question I am discussing about the concave lens, and here I am going to discuss about the convex lens. Now, as I told you earlier, for convex lens, without reading the question, just make some things. U, it is negative, focal length, it is positive, and height of the object. Now just read the question. 10 centimeter tall object, that means this is the height of the object. I write it over 10 centimeter. Is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter. Placed at a distance of 20 centimeter, this is the object distance. So it is minus 20 centimeter. From the convex lens, because it is convex, so I have written plus. Focal length is 30 centimeter. So this is 30 centimeter. Clear? Now we have to find the position and nature of the image. That means we have to find the height of image. We have to find the image of the image distance, and I also add we have to find the magnification. Okay, now I rub the question because we do the analysis and all the data we have with us. So whenever you have the problems regarding mirror, just do the analysis. I refer you, just do the analysis. Okay, now we have the formula 1 over v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 over f. Now the 1 over v minus 20. Clear? Sorry. 1 over f is 1 over 30. It gets cancelled. It becomes plus. When it comes here, it becomes negative. 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon 30 minus 1 upon 20. Now we solve it. We have 30 into 20. This is 20. This is minus 30. Clear? This minus sign is for this and this is for that. So we have minus 10 over 30 into 20. So this is 1 over v, not v. So 0, 0 get cancelled. It has 60. That means value of image distance is minus 60 centimeter. So write it over here. We have minus 60 centimeter. So as we have it is minus. So image is real and inverted. So it is minus. Clear? Now we have to find the height of the image. We use the formula of magnification for that. That is height of image over height of object is equal to minus image distance over object distance. So height of image is hi. Height of object is 10 minus. Value of v is minus 60. Minus 60. Value of u is minus 20. Both of them get cancelled. So height of image is 10 into, it get cancelled, 3. So we have 30 centimeter. Clear? So now if we want to find the magnification, so we have minus sign. Minus sign, it forms below the axis. Below the axis, that means it is the real image. Below the axis means real image, and magnification is minus, and above it is virtual and it is positive. And how will you learn it? You can, if you confuse, then just use the number line. Here y-axis is positive, and so here it is virtual. Clear? And here it is real. Clear? Now if we have to find the magnification, this is the only height of the image. Now we have to find the magnification. For the magnification, either we use the distance, either we use the height. I will use the height of image over height of object. So height of image we find out. What we have find out the height of image? I think 30. And height of object is 10. So we have magnification of 3. Clear? In this way we find out the value of magnification. We can also find the value of magnification using the distances, which is minus v over u. Okay, so put the values. So minus value of v is minus 60, value of u is minus 20, we have minus 3. As the magnification is negative, so it is the image is the real. So this is overall for the chapter of the light up to standard 10th. In the next video I will make some more for your class 10th. If you like the videos, if you like the contents, please share with your friends, and moreover please write the comments in order that I will motivate to make some more videos like that. Okay, bye bye.